Acha, also, please share with us the story of how did it went to the next step of actually identifying a species of this region, and then the yet another step of cataloging them.
Okay. So it seemed a very good idea, and it seemed a good idea to use insects because birds travel a lot, so they might not indicate the precise health of a small patch of forest. So we needed things that stayed and lived and spent their whole life and generations within that small patch. So insects would answer to that. I mean, there are some insects that travel a lot, but many don't. And the most obvious insects would be moths. So I charged into it and said, yes, we're going to do the moths and all that. And I sent material to the British Museum for identification, but there was nobody there to identify it.
Oh,
So it turned out that there was actually nobody working on Indian moths because the old India hands had died and nobody had taken over from them. So there was a gap. So in the end, I had to make my own reference collection for 20 years.
and there were none in India also
No, India never had any experts.
in identifying butterflies.
No, you couldn't get any butterfly identified in India.
Even the experts at the zoological survey, which is a very old.
No, they were unfamiliar with it.
Surprising it is, yeah.
No, Dr. Vashni had written a book on butterflies,
Quite surprising.
but it was more to do with the common species. And the moment there were taxonomic problems, so we didn't have anybody in India.
No. So how did it then work out? They didn't have anyone,
Yes.
and then how did you go about actually identifying them in scientifically? Literature.
Yes, because to have a name for a species, it has to be published somewhere. So one had to go and locate the published descriptions, find out what they were talking about, and step by step, if sometimes it took me 3 or 4 days to identify a specimen.
Yeah. But did your educational background of studying entomology help you? And was all of this a motivation for you to join the studies of entomology? Or
I never studied entomology formally, but I did a BA privately. So I at least have some sort of a degree. But no, I never went to college. I never studied there. Thanks to my brothers.
This is very interesting for me, and that is how larger objectives are achieved when it comes entirely from the heart, not as much from the mind, and that's what which attracts me. It's an individual initiative that actually drives someone to do something which is unusual